This short video shows the typical process for serving a voter on voting day and demonstrates how voters interact with each of the different election team members at a voting location. The first election worker they may encounter is the hall monitor. Hall monitors will be assigned at all school locations, and it is their job to greet the voter and direct them to the area or room in the building where voting occurs. In addition to the hall monitor, signs will also be posted in the voting location directing the voter to the voting area. When the voter arrives at the voting area, they will be met by the greeter. The greeter is responsible for welcoming voters and directing them to the correct desk to be processed. The DRO and EA can also add a voter to the voters list. When a voter reaches the DRO, they will be asked for their voter notice and appropriate identification. After reviewing the documents and locating and striking the voter's name on the voters list, the DRO will ask the EA to retrieve the appropriate ballot. Different ballots are provided depending on the school board support of the voter. Once the EA selects the correct ballot, it is placed in a secrecy folder and handed to the DRO, who will initial the back of the ballot. The EA will then strike off a number on the DRO numbering list. This list keeps account of how many voters a DRO station has processed throughout the voting day. Finally, the DRO issues the ballot to the voter and directs the voter to the voting screen and tabulator. After a ballot has been issued to the voter, they go to a voting screen to mark their ballot. Remember, the secrecy of a voter's individual vote is paramount to the integrity of an election. No one, other than the voter, can be behind the voting screen when a ballot is being marked. There are exceptions where the voter may request assistance with their ballot, and certain protocols must be followed in these cases. Once a voter has marked their ballot, they will place it back in the secrecy folder and bring it to the tabulator. The tabulator attendant will take the ballot while still in the secrecy folder, check to make sure the back of the ballot contains the DRO's initials, and feed the ballot into the tabulator. A voter is not allowed to take a ballot from the voting area, and once they have voted, they must leave the voting area.